January 26th, 2020.
It is.
We lost a good one today.
Kobe Bryant.
Let's talk about it. Hello there, I'm James Lee.
And I'm Tasha Lee.
And we are Elevate Marriages.
Hello, everybody.
We are marriage advocates, marriage experience, 24 years as a couple, 20 years married. And we are here to talk about the marriage relationship. We share tips and our experiences through our relationship to share with you, to help you kind of avoid any pitfalls and any challenges that you come across, to kind of help you navigate the marriage relationship.
Absolutely. We appreciate the opportunity to have you join us, to listen in on us weekly if you do so. Hopefully so.
Hopefully so.
And if not here, on Facebook or Instagram, or even on our podcast, iTunes and Spotify.
Anywhere you can listen to
all kinds
podcasts.
Of places, right? So check us out. If this is your first time, welcome. If it's not, welcome back. We don't take this lightly, basically. We appreciate the opportunity to speak into your marriage. If you would like us to be your personal marriage mentors, or you have some questions or comments or topics you'd like us to discuss, please reach out to us at thelees@elevatemarriages.com. And if you'd like to, send us a message or something like that over one of the social media platforms, reach out to Elevate Marriages. I can't express that enough. So did we respond more timely to the Elevate Marriages Messenger or DMs or what have you, then we probably do our personal ones.
Absolutely.
So again, if you really want to talk to us, thelees@elevatemarriages.com or Elevate Marriages on any social media platform. So
if you have not heard already, Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gigi were in a helicopter crash today.
Both died,
along with some others. I have not heard the list of who else was on board. But if you didn't know, that was a regular form of transportation that Kobe used, even when he was a player, just to kind of avoid the LA traffic. So it wasn't abnormal for him to get in a helicopter and to fly here or fly there, whatever the case is. And as you understand, it was a basketball practice that they were headed to.
For his daughter.
And whatever happened, and they are no longer with us. And this kind of struck a nerve with us because you never know when your time is, right? You never know when your number is going to be called, when the Lord has decided, hey, it's time for you. He knows. He knew today that Kobe and Gigi would be on that helicopter and it'd be their time to go. No surprise to him, but it's a surprise to us because we just never really, you don't see those legends, those people that you kind of hold in such high esteem.
And I said that I just feel like he's just larger than life for whatever reason. Maybe because, he's younger than us, of course, by a little bit. But I don't know. I feel like I've been watching him for such a long time. I can remember, I don't know a lot about all his sports stats and all that kind of stuff, but I can remember, them saying he went to prom with Brandy, which I thought was cool, right? Because I like Brandy, and he was in the Destiny's Child video way back in the day. So just little stuff like that, I think I kept up with, but not so much as sports stats. But of course, I knew he was a great, right? I know that he is a basketball legend.
Right.
So
absolutely.
It's such a big loss.
His resume is huge. I think Michael Jordan was the legend for us growing up.
Yes.
He was the one for us, and then he passed that torch on to Kobe, and Kobe took it and ran with it and did well. With all of his accolades that are listed, with the championships and the MVPs and all the stuff that he did, and having gotten married to his wife, I think Vanessa, in 2001.
Okay.
And, we got the 4 daughters.
Beautiful and, young ladies.
And of course, Kobe had a little bit of stuff that happened back in the day, but they got past that, obviously. He and his wife reestablished and got, kept it moving. And they have been together. She was 20, almost would have been 20 years next year for them. So I say all that to say it's tragic. It's unfortunate for us as being, flesh and thinking in our human minds for it to happen. But Kobe served his purpose. He did what he needed to do while he was on this earth, as a father, as a brother, as a son. And he touched the lives that he was supposed to touch, when he, with what he did, whether that be through basketball or whether that be through, his personal relationship that he had with them.
And literacy program that he's been doing lately. The relationship he had with his kids, with his wife. Absolutely. My grandfather, when I was much, much younger, I had a cousin who died like at 3. Another story, another time, right? But I can remember just not understanding it. That just didn't make sense to me, how, someone could die so young. And I remember him saying, and I just held on to it all these years. He just said that when God sends you here with a purpose, God sends you here with a job to do. And once that job is done, you go home. It's time for you to come on home. And whether it takes you 3 months to do that job, it takes you 4 years to do that job, or it takes you 41 years in Kobe's case, or 13 years in Gianna's case. Once that job is done, once your work is done that the Lord has sent you to do, then it's time to come on home. And like James says, I don't know Kobe Bryant personally. I pray he had a relationship with the Lord. But I do know his work was done. Right. I do know Gigi's work was done. So, and everybody else on that plane. So, I think that's the lesson though, right? Because we don't know the time or the date, that we have to take advantage of the moments we do have. We have to take advantage of whatever our job is, our purpose is, living in it and doing our best at it.
Absolutely.
And I do think that one of my jobs that the Lord has given me is to be James's wife. And my other job is to be, Jalen and Jason's mom, among other things. So as far as this platform is concerned, as far as Elevate Marriage is concerned, I challenge you to be able to stand in that part of your purpose. Right. That regardless of the things that happen and the arguments and blow-ups that you have, that you see that through, and you see that through quickly. So you can get back to where you're supposed to be in your purpose as a wife, or in your purpose as a husband. Get back to that, because too many times we go to bed mad. Too many times we let them walk out that door after a big argument, and we miss an opportunity to love on them just a little bit more, because we don't know how much more time we have. So we want to pour it all in as much as we can.
And that's all for a reason, quite frankly. If we knew when we were going to go, we wouldn't act right.
Really? I would.
You'd act right when it was getting close. You say, "Oh, you know what? I got about a week left.
You tripping today?
I might need to go ahead and start acting right, man.
Oh, I hope that's not true, right?
But
but since you don't know, that's when you
don't know, right? But because we're all going to have to take that path. Every one of us are going to have to take that path. It'll happen. But it's important to be slow to anger. It's important to love, and love hard. And it's truly, truly important to be an example of compassion and understanding, right? So many times we can just be so caught up in our own selfish desires and needs,
your own headspace,
everything. It's just about what you need, right? We should be living our lives with a servant attitude, especially in a marriage relationship. You want to make sure that you're living your life in a way to where you want to make sure that they're pleased, that they're happy. It's not your sole responsibility to make them happy, but you want to make sure that you're not adding to the stress of them being unhappy, right? So I think it's important to do all that stuff and do it on purpose. Be intentional about connecting.
That is
Be intentional
huge.
about communicating. Be intentional about everything that you do in your marriage relationship, because you don't know. You don't know.
No regrets, right?
You don't know.
Man, I wish I would have said I love you one more time. Man, I wish I would have squeezed him just a little bit longer. Oh, I wish I would have gave him a kiss.
Right.
No regrets. No regrets. Hug often, kiss often, talk more. Don't take the time that we have for granted. And that's, I know we're talking about marriage for sure, and that's big, but that's in everything, right?
In everything.
Your friendships, other relationships with your family. Yeah.
Because you just never know. You know, everybody comes together at a funeral, but what about beforehand? Mm-hmm. Do it before there has to be a funeral to come around.
Yeah.
Give me my flowers when I'm alive, as they say. So,
very true.
It's important that we wanted to just kind of drop that on you. Hopefully, you guys are believers, because we're asking for you to pray for that family.
Oh, absolutely.
That you pray for strength for Vanessa,
comfort,
and for the kids, and for everyone else that was on that helicopter with them, and their family members as well. The sports coaches and players that may know him, the whole sports community that knew of Kobe. Just pray for him. Just lift him up tonight. I know it may seem minuscule. He's like, man, I don't even know Kobe. Well, that's all right. God knows him.
Yes.
So just pray for him. Pray for that family. So,
and I know that this was a little bit, I don't know, probably a little sad compared to what we usually do. Yeah. But we thought it was necessary. So Absolutely. I hope you appreciated it.
Hopefully so. We'll be back with more stuff that, maybe kind of hits home, that is more directly talking about your marriage relationship. But we wanted to share this.
Yes.
All right. Well, as always, I want to close with a quote from Maya. Do the best you can until you know better. And when you know better, do better. I'm James Lee.
I'm Tasha Lee.
We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Peace.